we'll kind of get into some of our other safe picks, our best bets, and we'll start off with number 7 TCU in another Big 12 matchup. They're minus 7.5 against West Virginia. This is a West Virginia team that we've talked about a decent amount here. Obviously started off the year with a bang in that backyard brawl. We saw them go against a good Tennessee team and kind of be able to keep up with them. But this TCU team, they're ranked number 7 now. They're still undefeated. They're sitting atop of the Big 12.
Right.
Offense has been explosive. They've been able to do more than enough on defense. I mean, these guys are just straight knocking quarterbacks out the game. Um, so yeah, but this TCU team. I think they go into West Virginia. I think I don't like them to finish the season undefeated. I'd probably take someone to beat them at some point, but I
Right.
don't think this West Virginia team is the team to do it. We've seen them be able to stay in games and play with guys, but I like TCU to keep it rolling here against a West Virginia team that has shown enough holes in their game. And TCU, all they've done this year is shown ways to kind of overcome and find ways to win. So I think they keep things rolling. Otherwise, in the Big 12, we have Oklahoma and Iowa State. Oklahoma goes on the road. They've had a lot of struggles here, but with Dylan Gabriel back, they've kind of
It's a different ballgame.
yeah, that offense has been playing well again, and they've been putting up points. Minus 1.5 point favorites at Iowa State, an Iowa State team that has looked good at times. But yeah, I like Oklahoma to win this on the road here. I think Dylan Gabriel will keep that offense humming, and they'll outscore an Iowa State team that at times is offensively challenged. And yeah, point spread wise, minus 1.5. I think that's an easy
That's
cover.
that's pretty set.
We have Arkansas minus 3.5 on the road against Auburn. We know Auburn is a tough place to play, but kind of all the air got sucked out of that team at this point this year. I mean, they got destroyed by Penn State at home.
Yeah,
they've
that
had a
was
bunch of
crazy,
they've
that
had a
game.
bunch of other bad losses. They're a team that's kind of free falling. There's pretty much talk that Brian Harsin is pretty much gone. At the
Yeah,
end
I
of the
think they're just
season.
checked out this season
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. So this is a situation where an Arkansas team that had some losses in their tough schedule, but they're still a solid team, and I think they go into Auburn, handle business. They cover that 3.5 point spread on the road there. We have Miami. T- Tough loss last week.
Right.
Very disappointing to get destroyed by Duke like that. But they come in this week. They play a bad Virginia team, right? Duke. We could say what they want. We could say what we want about Duke, but they've been a good team this year. Virginia's been bad. I don't see any kind of repeat performance like Miami had of what they did last week. I think Miami covers this 2.5 point spread against a bad team. They know they got to get things together. Mario Cristobal is
Yeah, I was about to
still a
say.
very good coach. So yeah, I like them to do what they need to get a win here and cover that 2.5 point spread. And then lastly, we have Coastal Carolina going into Marshall. And so, Coastal Carolina, they had a disappointing loss to Old Dominion, but otherwise, they've been rolling pretty well this year. Their quarterback, Grayson McCall, one of the most efficient players in college football.
Right.
He's not so much of a dual threat, but he definitely uses his
He could
legs.
use his
He
legs
picks up
at
plenty of
times.
touchdowns. He picks up some yards when they need it. And yeah, I think weapon wise, they'll be too much for Marshall. They're Marshall's favorite in this game. And there's a few reasons that might be. Obviously they have a solid secondary. We saw them upset Notre Dame earlier this year, But in this game, I think I'll take Coastal Carolina plus 2.5. I think they'll win this game outright, and yeah, cover that spread. So yeah, that'll do it for our college football episode. This was episode 8. We'll have episode 9 for you guys next week. So see ya.
See you guys.